I am getting started on the Charlotte glove, and if you've never started something on double pointed needles before, this is the way I think is the easiest. I cast on all the stitches to one straight needle and then transfer them to 3 double pointed needles. If you try to cast on to the double pointed needles, you'll finish one needle, you'll go to the next one, you'll be casting that on, and the first one will be spinning around, and then by the time you're ready to join to work in the round, things can be quite a mess. So I think this is a better way to do it. I need to put 4 more stitches on this. It should be 34 stitches. We do have a video on longtail cast on from our Georgia Tam project if you need a refresher on that. All right, there we go, 34 stitches. And now I'm turning my needle. I'm going to use 3 of my double points and mount the stitches onto those. I am going to slip the stitches purlwise. This way I am not twisting the stitches. That's pretty important. Don't slip them knitwise. Put the needle in like you're going to purl. Since there are 34 stitches, I think I'm going to do 10 on needle 1. And then I kind of like to do 14 on needle 2. And then the remaining 10, there should be 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, good, onto needle 3. Okay, so here you can see I've got these 3 needles, but they're all pretty nicely lined up, so that's good. I'm gonna, if you have a table to work on, that's also nice because you can set something down. To flip it over, and
the first stitch you've made together with the last stitch.
Yes. And also, I should say, can you see how when I was casting on, I've got these stitches here that I made, and there are loops around the needle, but all of the stitches are facing the same way, which is toward the center of the needle. So that's a good thing. All right, so this last stitch here, you don't want to work with your tail. This yarn, which is attached to this needle, needs to become involved with the first stitch on this needle so as to make things in the round. However, you don't want to use this needle. 3 needles is not enough. You need a 4th needle to do the knitting with. So it's kind of crazy. You've got all these needles. Just try to pretend like the other ones don't exist and just knit right into this first stitch on the left-hand needle and keep going. Now it's joined in the round. I'm going to knit until I run out of stitches on my left-hand needle. I'm almost there. All right, now I'm out of stitches. I have a new empty needle. It's over here. I'm going to transfer it into my right hand. I'm going to turn the work a little bit so that I'm holding the next needle that needs to be worked, and I know that because the yarn is attached to this needle and I need to keep bringing it in a circle. So I knit across these stitches, ignoring those other 2 needles. They'll poke you and get you in your way, but you just be single-minded about it. Pretend like they're not there. All right, I'm out of stitches again. So I'm going to put my new empty needle into my right hand and turn the work again so that this third needle is ready to be worked. And off I go. There we go. And this is a good time to make sure that nothing has gotten twisted. Everything looks good. The yarn is, the stitches are all on the same sides of the needles. If you saw something like that, that would be a sign of trouble. If your work is twisted, the only remedy is to start over. So be aware of what's happening, and if everything looks good, then you can work the next round, which is a purl round. This is garter stitch in the round. It's a knit round followed by a purl round, unlike working flat where it's knit every row.